comes the sun. 34 degrees this frosty morning. Hey everybody, it's your boy String Beat, obviously, with Mountain Bushcrafters Alliance. Got some loose ends to tie up here at home before I head off grid. I got a lot of things to do off grid before I head off grid. But what I've got on my mind this morning is canning meat for the long haul without refrigeration. How they do it without a pressure canner before, I'm going to show you how. Stick around, stay with me. This could be interesting. Disclaimer, I'm not responsible for botulism in your food or contaminated food in your pantry. I'm simply stating the fact is I've had water bath canned pork from my grandmother using the water bath can method. Steps to take, precautions, even after you're finished canning meat. Things that you can do to assure that you have a food that is safe to eat and ingest. Stick around and stay with me. Let's get this party started. Early to mid 60s. There's recipes in here that tells you everything you need to know about everything you need to can. Yeah. Now, having said that, the first thing you want to do is wash your hands. Sterilize your hands. If you want to use latex or rubber gloves or surgical gloves or whatever you want to use, that's fine. Now, they recommend only that you pressure can your meat. You see, meat has no acidity. And it takes 240 degrees to rid botulism, which is a rare bacteria in the United States. Very rare. But still quite possible. The difference in the water bath method is the length of time that you bath can and your ingredients, whether it's citric acid, 100% real lemon juice, or canning salt. That's the difference. I'll show you how to do it. Now, what you want to do is you want to use just warm water in your bath canner. You're cold packing these jars. And you put a cold packed jar into boiling water or super hot water, and you're going to bust that jar and have a mess. So start out with just warm water in your bath canning. I'm going to show you the difference between open bath canning and closed bath canning. Things you may or may not know, just common sense. Stay with me. Now, what you want to start out with is a warm vat for your bath canning. A container to sterilize your jars. And a container back here to sterilize the seal lids. I normally don't do the boiling of the sealed lids because I believe they will damage the seal. That's me. But we are talking about botulism. So having said that, you want to take every precaution that you can. Sterilizing, wiping, cleaning constantly. Now that's why I don't do this out there when it comes to meat. Potatoes I don't mind. Vegetables, certain foods, don't mind at all. But out there, you have airborne pathogens now that we didn't have in the past. Thinking of little mosquitoes and gnats. Okay? That's why I want to do this in a contained area. Now, having said that, I would do this inside the trap shed off grid on the Millmaster. Same process. Everything that I have here, I have there. So let's continue on. And keep in mind, you do this at your own risk. We're getting started now. Common Sense 101. Boil your jars. Sterilizing them. Save that water. You'll feed that water into your canner as you lose water from the boiling process. Okay? Common sense. And I have used that water when I was finished canning to clean up, to clean myself up, to clean my area, because it's purified boiled water. Common sense. Let's pack some jars. Because of the precautions in this process, not only will I use hand sanitizer, but I'll use latex gloves, something I don't normally do. Now, I always use hand sanitizer. I keep hand sanitizer on the side beside my vehicles, my wood shop, my studio, in my packs, and obviously in my home. And like I said, due to the precautions of this process, go above and beyond what you would normally do. Our jars are sterilized. They're ready to be packed. Let's get the process started. Now, I may not have enough ground beef to do a 5 pints, but jars are still hot. Ooh, baby. But it's better to have too many sterile jars up to the shoulder. Packing in. Leave no space. See that space right there? Get rid of it. See that space right there? Get rid of it. Push, push, push. Let me get these packed super tight. Stay with me just a moment. I wound up with about 3.5 pints of ground beef tightly packed in jars. Now what you want to add to that for the acidity, and I'm going to use pickling salt. Roughly about 1/2 of a teaspoon tickling sun. You can go over, don't go under. A less than a half. Now, wipe your rims with vinegar and a water solution. Dip this in the vinegar. Stay with me, let's get these lids on here. Hand tight only. Just finger tight. You don't want to winch on them. Torque on them. Ready for the bath. Now that we have our jars of ground beef in the bath, we wait. This process takes about 3 hours on a hard boil. I've got boiling water here to supply the bath to keep from changing the temperature of the bath water. Now, I'm going to show you toward the end of the video a foolish mistake that I had made. Stick around and find out what it was. You may have already got it. I don't know. We shall see. Stay with me. Let's wait this out. Case in point. See how the temperature cools when you take the lid off? Yep. In a cool, dark place. Had one to seal.